Pathogens are foreign, infectious microbes that cause sickness and disease. The job of our immune system is to fight pathogens.
Ever wondered how your body fights off viruses and bacteria?
By the end of this video, we will be able to explain what antigens and antibodies are and describe how they interact in the immune response to protect the body from diseases.
Antigen. An antigen is a foreign substance that enters our body. It could be part of a virus, bacteria, or even toxin. Antibody. Antibodies are Y-shaped proteins that recognize and attach to specific antigens, like a lock and key. Antigen-Antibody Complex. An antigen-antibody complex is a molecule formed by the specific binding of an antibody to its corresponding antigen.
How antigen binds to antibody.
An antibody binds to a specific part of an antigen called the epitope, like a lock and key. The binding occurs through weak forces such as hydrogen bonds, ionic bonds, and hydrophobic interactions. This forms an antigen-antibody complex, which helps the body neutralize or remove the antigen.
Lock and key model.
Antibodies recognize antigens using what we call the lock and key model. When the shapes match, the antibody binds tightly to the antigen to form an antigen-antibody complex. This perfect fit is what makes our immune response so specific. Each antibody only targets its own antigen. Just like every lock only fits one specific key, each antibody is shaped to match one specific antigen. The tips of the antibody, called binding site, act like the key, while the antigen's surface has a matching shape called the epitope, or the lock.
Mechanisms of antigen-antibody reaction.
Neutralization. Shows antibodies, white Y-shaped, binding to antigens, red molecule. Represents the first stage of the immune response. Antibodies recognize and attach to specific antigens on pathogens. This forms antigen-antibody complexes that mark the pathogen for destruction. Opsonization. Shows white blood cells, phagocytes, surrounding the antigen-antibody complexes. Represents the second stage, phagocytosis. Phagocytes engulf and digest the marked pathogens. This process helps to eliminate the foreign particles from the body. Agglutination. Shows antigen-antibody complexes forming clumps. Antibodies bind to multiple antigens on the surface of pathogens, linking them together. The clumping makes it easier for phagocytes to detect and remove the pathogens. Complement activation. Shows antigen-antibody complexes activating complement proteins. The complement proteins attach to the antigen-antibody complex. They form membrane attack complexes, MAC, that create holes in the pathogen's membrane. This causes the pathogen cell to burst, lysis, and die. Real-life application antigen-antibody reaction. Disease identification. In microbiology labs, antibodies are used to identify bacterial species through agglutination tests, e.g. Weedel test for typhoid fever. Helps detect specific pathogens quickly and accurately. Diagnostic tests. Antigen-antibody reactions are the basis of many medical diagnostic tests. ELISA, enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay, detects diseases like HIV, COVID-19, dengue, and hepatitis by identifying specific antigens or antibodies in blood. Rapid test kits, e.g. COVID-19 and pregnancy tests, use antibodies to detect specific molecules in a sample. Western blot confirms HIV and other infections after initial screening. Vaccine development. Vaccines stimulate the body to produce antibodies against specific antigens, pathogens. Later, if exposed to the same pathogen, the immune system recognizes and neutralizes it rapidly. Conclusion. Antigens are foreign substances that trigger an immune response. Antibodies are Y-shaped proteins that specifically bind to matching antigens. Their interaction follows the lock and key mechanism, showing high specificity. The antigen-antibody reaction helps neutralize, destroy, or remove harmful pathogens. This reaction is applied in diagnostic tests, vaccine development, and disease identification. Overall, antigen-antibody reactions are important for our immune defense and protect us from infections.
Thank you!